Hello. I'm not sure about needing to be cooled down. I feel quite cold today. It is the 21st of October, but hot flushes can strike us anytime, right? They do seem to feel worse during the summertime when it's naturally warmer out and about, but this technique I'm going to show you today is rather amazing, and I'm going to explain to you the science behind it all, why it works, what it's doing inside of your system. So let me just get, there we go. I was organised today. I've got everything set up. I know I am recording this live in the Facebook group. There we go. So, hi. I am Kim Brockway, and tonight we're going to be exploring how breath can cool both your body and your emotions. Perfect timing, obviously, if, as I said before, if you're dealing with hot flushes, irritability, or those moments where you want to, I don't know, set fire to something, but you probably shouldn't. Before we start, I just want to share a little bit of the science with you, because you know me, I am a bit of a science nerd. So, hot flushes happen when the body's internal thermostat, which is controlled by a tiny part of the brain called the hypothalamus. I think that's right. Hypothalamus. I always have my head a hippopotamus called Lalamus. Anyway, you don't need to know the inner workings of my mind. Anyway, so this little part of the brain, the hypothalamus, becomes extra sensitive. Falling estrogen levels can confuse that thermostat, amongst so many other things, right? So it makes this falling estrogen, makes it think that you're overheating, even when you're not. So of course, what does the body do? It opens all our blood vessels near the surface, near the skin, making us go, in my case, beetroot red, about the same size as it. You can't see. This is my lovely tablecloth here. I go that colour. So you change bright red because of the blood vessels opening up. It increases your heart rate and makes you sweat to cool down, okay, even though it's not actually necessary. I mean, it's doing a good thing. It's trying to help you, okay, but it's working under false pretext. The lie that the lower estrogen is telling us is causing these things to happen when we don't actually really need it. So the cooling breath, which is the technique I'm going to teach you this evening, I'll show you, or I'll tell you why it helps. When we breathe slowly and deliberately through the mouth, yes, I know, normally I tell you to breathe through the nose because the nose knows best. But in this particular instance, when we breathe slowly through the mouth, especially with a rolled tongue, if you can do it like this, we take in air that's physically cooler and moister. I love that word, moist. That small temperature shift sends calming messages to the nervous system and then can help you regulate that overactive thermostat. Yeah, I mean, we all know, if we, you're having one of those moments, you stand in front of the fridge door or the freezer, yeah, and let that beautiful cool air just take you. Now, of course, plus the slow exhale that I'm going to get you to do through the nose activates that wonderful part of us, the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the body's built-in cool down mode, if you like, helping you to lower your heart rate and calm the mind. Okay, so that's okay, I've just looked at the time. We're going to do just 5 minutes of breath awareness. So I want you to take this time to find somewhere nice and comfortable. Going to get you nice and relaxed. You're going to sit or lie down, and you're just going to pull your awareness inside for a moment. I don't need you to change anything. I just want you to notice what your breath is doing. Is it fast? Is it shallow? Perhaps you feel it in your chest. You're just noticing. That's right, just breathe normally. And notice, are you breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth? Perhaps it's all going in and out through your mouth. And how is this feeling? Can you feel heat or restlessness anywhere in your body at the moment? How are your shoulders feeling? How's your neck? Your jaw? How's your tummy feeling? And as you just breathe normally, you're making that connection with your body. You're taking the time to notice the messages that it's sending you. You might notice that thoughts flitter in and out of your mind. That's okay. That's what the brain does. It thinks. And when those thoughts do float in, just want you to notice them, but then go back to noticing your breathing. The in and the out your exhale and inhale. You're noticing how you're breathing. Good, keep going. And this is your time to reconnect. Your time to notice those signals that your body is sending you. I mean, you may have noticed that your breathing has slowed down since we first started this. That's okay. You may have noticed that perhaps your breathing pattern has just naturally changed. That's okay too. This is just you getting to know your body and the signals that it sends you, just in this amazing 5 minutes of breath awareness. Was that good? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to try the cooling breath technique together. Now, there are 3 ways we can do this. You can inhale gently through your rolled tongue. So you're breathing in like your tongue is a straw. It's just a nice gentle movement. Now, if you can't do that, you can just breathe through your teeth with your tongue behind them. Okay, so that looks like this. I'm going to make my mouth look really strange now. So I'm breathing in through the small gaps of my teeth. Or, now this is the technique I taught them at my local hospital at a recent Menopause Awareness Day event. Because I asked them all, any of you that have pets, dogs in particular, what do your pet dogs do when they are hot? Yeah, they stick their tongue out and they pant. Now, I'm not wanting you to pant because that's too strong, but sticking your tongue out and letting the air move over it is actually helping to cool down, because we've got so many blood vessels and receptors on our tongue. Dogs have got more, but we've got a fair few ourselves. It does the same sort of thing as the rolling of the tongue or the breathing through the closed teeth. Okay, so I'd like you to try all 3 of these and find out which technique you prefer the most. So let's first of all do the rolled tongue together. I'm going to do it 5 times. You know me, I love 5 because we've got 5 fingers we can count on. So you're just breathing in gently through the mouth and you're exhaling gently through the nose. Okay, so How does that feel? My tongue definitely feels cold, and then when it's back in my mouth, especially if I put it on the roof of my mouth, it then cools the rest of my mouth down. Okay, so now we're going to try 5 times, just doing it with your mouth closed, not mouth closed, but your teeth closed, and your tongue is just resting gently behind your teeth. Okay, so again, in through the mouth and then gently out through the nose. We'll do it 5 times. Ready? Now I've just seen a picture of myself. You don't have to make that face. I was just opening my lips so that you could see my teeth. But you don't need to do that. And then the next one we're going to try together is with the tongue flopped out, just like a puppy dog. Okay, and again, we're going to do this 5 times. So in through the mouth over the tongue, and then exhale gently through the nose. Ready? So, which one do you prefer? Because I'm going to get you to do your breathing pattern of choice. I want you to do it for the next 5 minutes and see how you do. So breathing in through the mouth, over the tongue, and gently exhaling through the nose. That's right. And again, inhaling gently up over the tongue, and then exhaling nice and gently back through the nose. And as you're doing this, you may notice that feeling of coolness spreading first through your mouth, perhaps down your throat, spreading to your cheeks, then down into your shoulders. And if you're feeling dizzy, you're breathing too heavily, you're pulling in too much. We're keeping this nice and gentle so that we can flip that parasympathetic nervous system to cool and calm you down. Keep going. That's it. Nice inhale over the tongue. And exhale gently back through the nose. We're opening those amazing blood vessels of yours. And cooling your skin and all the vessels near the surface. Breathing in through the tongue, over the tongue into the mouth, then nice and slow exhale through the nose. You may notice that the air coming in this time around feels cooler than the air coming out through your nose. So it's like an air conditioning system. You're using all the cool air for your body, and then you're exhaling all the warm air that you don't want just at this moment. Got about a minute left. Remember, because we are breathing in through the mouth, every time your mouth moistens, that will be cool as well. And then you're taking that down your throat. And the body is amazing, isn't it? It's magical. Just one breath technique, this cooling breath. You can go from embarrassed, flustered, frustrated hot flush to calm, cool and collected woman that you are. And about 30 seconds left, so really enjoy it. Enjoy that sensation of the cool air entering your body, with your parasympathetic nervous system keeping you nice and calm and relaxed. And the stress is just dripping off of you. Perhaps that was a bad allegory. We don't want to talk about dripping off, but how did you get on with that? Did you enjoy that technique? I would love for you to tell me. Drop comments below, and I do come back and I respond to every single comment, because I'm here for you and I want to find out how you get on with these. Which of the 3 cooling breath techniques worked better for you? Was it the rolled tongue? Was it just the clenched teeth, the gentle closing of the teeth and breathing through the gaps in the teeth? Or was it the puppy style with the tongue out and breathing gently up over the tongue? Now, if that helped even a little bit, imagine what going deeper could do. Now, inside the Wise Woman's Breathwork Temple, we go beyond quick fixes. We work with breath, a little bit of ritual and seasonal rhythms for lasting transformation. Now, I'm working with my autumn equinox cohort at the moment. The doors don't open again until the spring equinox, but I've got a waiting list, and I do send little tidbits, little treasures, little nuggets out on the waiting list as well. So I'll pop the link in the comments for you or in the description, and then you can join my Wise Woman's Breathwork Temple and get more of this, kind of like me in your pocket. So thank you for listening with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you practice these techniques when you don't need them, when you get to that point where you do need them, they will be your default position, and you will automatically start breathing the techniques to help your body to adjust to the situation it's in, to regulate its emotions, regulate your emotions, and get those hot flushes under control. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again next week. Bye.